from an energy point of view, from a societal point of view, this is a huge wake-up call for the world to be much more in connection, less materialistic, and into like commercialism. And so it will be really interesting how things shift. So I was listening to, if you guys are into astrology, who I would suggest hitting up on Facebook and Instagram, the Astro Twins. One's out of Seattle and one's out of New York. They're really very interesting. They post horoscopes every week, but they did a live on Instagram on Friday talking about the astrological. They knew something was happening, and they explain how the planets, so right now it's like Pluto and Saturn in the same line, and this hasn't happened for 281 years or something like that. But also from a numerological point of view, if you divide 2020 by a number, it equals 404, which is like an error code. So it's really interesting, right? There's a huge shift. We're in a very patriarchal society right now, especially with the major political figures who are in power, right? So when we think about Trump, Trudeau, the other major leaders, Putin, in the world, the other idiot in Britain, I mean, anyway, so Morris, no, I can't remember his name, Boris, yeah, anyways, so it's really interesting that how that is changing and bringing up certain things in our society, which we assumed were, kind of dead and gone, and things that we had thought we evolved past. So when we think about women's issues, we think about, the fact that in the US, like, abortion is becoming illegal. Like, we thought, I think as a group of women, we thought that we had already were past this, right? And in some places we've taken 10 steps back. And so what the astrotrons were talking about is how we're moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius is very much about socialism and community. So it's really interesting. So if you're interested, I'm not an astrologer by any means, but I like, I'm interested in, I think it's an interesting perspective on the world. The last time these planets were in the same place was in 2009 during H1N1. So it's really interesting, just the pure coincidence for all of this stuff.